I am not an expert here. I've learned it from our teachers. And so, mashallah. So any questions, if I can't answer, I will ask my teacher and then I'll share it to you all. Bismillah. Let us take a look at the second verse, the second one kat sini. The second column, the second box is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. It's a concept. When we talk about prophetic nutrition, it's a concept that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created any illness without creating its cure, except old age. Okay. And when we learn about prophetic medicine, we know that when Allah created a sickness in a country, the cure will be in that country. So Allah is so fair, you do not need to find the cure outside of the country. So for example, if I can give an example, like for example, honey. Madu is part of Quran Sunnah food. Betul tak? So it is best because we are living in Singapore. So and we know that honey is cure to illnesses, right? So fine, if you want to eat the best to get the maximum of quality healing properties of honey, find the one that is in Nusantara. That means the honey is made from Malaysia, Singapore, Brunei, or Indonesia. Okay, but if you are a Singaporean and then you live in Yemen, then you can drink the Yemen honey, the Sidr honey. Okay, so it's a concept. When we were learning the prophetic medicine, it is so mashallah. So that's number one. Number two, the first column, Imam Al-Ghazali said that there are two kinds of knowledge. As a Muslim, it is very important for us to take care of these two knowledge. Number one is the knowledge of the religion. When we talk about the deen, there's a hadith, right? So there are four things that we need to know. What is Islam? What is Iman? What is Ihsan? And what is the sign of hour? The hadith Jibril. So these are knowledge of the religion. Okay. And next, we need to know the knowledge of the body. Not just scientifically, but also spiritually. How does this affect us? The ulama was saying, "Man arafa nafsahu arafa rabbahu." When a person who knows himself will know Allah. So knowing himself, that means you need to not only to know only the scientific, like digestive system, the nervous system semua kan, but also the spiritual part of it, your strengths and your weakness. What type of personality are you? What blood type are you? So all this include the knowledge of the body, inshallah. So why do we learn Quran Sunnah food? So instead, I would like to put like Quran in not just prophetic, because whatever is inside the Sunnah, it comes from the Quran too. It comes from the Quran and then the Sunnah. Okay. So this is the intention. Because we want to have strong immune system. Spiritually, when we were learning immune system is Allah's secret. It is so amazing when we were learning this. It is something that Allah has given us, the defense system, to make our immune system strong. So make the intention every time kita belajar tentang ilmu prophetic medicine, it's to have a strong system, because when we have a strong system, we will better our ibadah. And then why we need to better our ibadah? Because we want to take care of the amanah of the body, because it will be accountable for. Okay, SIA. I always SIA, remember the intention. Okay. Now, still on the introduction. These are the three ruling of food. When we talk about ruling of food, everybody must know this. It's the halalan, Toyyiban, Mubarakan, which we always hear this on, every time we learn. But let us go in detail of what does it mean. Okay. Halal, when we talk about halal, any plants and vegetables are halal. So it doesn't matter lah kalau kita pergi Sing Song beli pasar sayur made in China, it is still halal, Okay. Number two, all animals live in the sea are halal. all animals live on land are halal, except those with sharp nails and sharp teeth. So meaning predators are non-halal. Okay. All animals that live in both land and sea are haram. Okay. But in Islam, the halal animals are the farm animals, right? So, mashallah. So all the farm animals that is slaughtered not by the name of Allah are haram. Okay. And the najis, not dogs and pigs are haram. So when we talk about halal, if you want to explain it to our children, it is not just about having a logo halal. Okay. We need to know more than that. That's why the ruling of food includes Toyyiban. Toyyiban in translation it means good. It means healthy. It means non-processed. But in prophetic medicine, it means food that you plant and harvest and cook yourself. Okay. If you are able to do it, Bismillah. You know, things that you can control, kita buat. Things that we cannot control, we do it slowly. So when we are learning prophetic medicine, it's quite overwhelmed, you know, to beramal dengan dia, to apply it. Okay. But you do not leave all. At least take one from the session to amalkan. Okay. Bismillah. Next one. Now, what is Mubarakan means? Mubarakan means there is barakah in the food. Meaning that whenever you are cooking, you are preparing the food, there is adab and intention in it. Our teacher was telling us that the sign of a barakah in the food is when the food is finished. So if you masak ke, you beli ke apa, or you makan kan, and if the food dah tak finish, meaning there is a sign that there's no barakah in it. MashaAllah. Okay. Now, here are some 10 Quran Sunnah food that I would like to share, but I think most of you know already. Okay. Vinegar is a good source of probiotic. Inshallah, I'll send the slide to you all, okay? I think you can read up. Okay, when I talk about vinegar, apple cider vinegar is a very, very good has a very good healing properties. So benda yang awak kena ada dalam rumah will be vinegar. You don't know when you need it. Okay, apple cider vinegar, the organic one. Okay, it is very good for migraine, put on the head, for all the healing process lah. Okay, number 2, pumpkin. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam love to eat pumpkin, make the pumpkin into soup, macam pumpkin soup makan dengan roti. Okay, and that's the benefit. Honey, like I said, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that honey is a remedy of all illnesses, and Quran is a remedy for the mind, and I recommend you to eat both. Okay, so it is recommended to have honey and juice, and fresh juice or apple cider vinegar in the morning. So sebelum kita makan, kita punya teh tarik, teh o ais, kopi o kan, have this first in the morning. That means macam lepas subuh tu, pagi-pagi can have this, okay? Honey dicampur dengan fresh juice. You can campur dengan lemon. Or you can have honey, but it's very sweet, right? Plus vinegar. So when you campur ni dua, it has a balance amount, then you minum. So you can have your kopi, semua roti kaya butter after 8:30, after solat duha, then can have your breakfast. But in the morning is this one. It's very good for the body and stomach, okay? Dates, I think everybody knows. When we talk about dates, go buy, I think we all want the highest level of dates kan. The ajwa dates, because Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that those who eat it in the morning will not be affected by any poison or black magic on that day till night. Okay, how many you should be eating on a daily consumption? 7. Okay, that means if you have these 7 dates every day, you do not need to eat any other supplements. MashaAllah. If you are pregnant, you need to have it you have to eat 19 dates every day. This is prophetic medicine. You don't ask me like the number, because I didn't ask my teacher like why. If you are pregnant and you eat 19 dates, you do not need to makan folic acid or all other supplements. Okay, dates have it all. But take notes of GMO dates. Jangan makan dates yang GMO. Okay. Milk. Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam drank goat milk. Okay. So 1 liter of milk has 30 gram of protein, 35 gram of fat, 54 gram sugar, 7 gram minerals and vitamin. You can even change it to non-animal milk, which is nuts milk and oat milk. Okay. But do not rely, kita bila minum milk, we always have this mindset, oh, strong bones. When we are learning the benefit of milk, milk is actually very good for the brain. I was looking at the question you're asking me, like, what should we do to make our brain exam, kan? So let the children drink milk, but the good milk. It is best to have goat milk, which is not found in the supermarket, kan? But you can change it to farm fresh cow's milk. Okay, or the non-animal milk with an intention that it can bring focus to the children. Okay, number 6, meat. So bila kita makan daging is also part of sunnah food. Okay, it's just that Rasulullah only eat daging once a year, which is Hari Raya Haji. Kita makan daging hari-hari, Masya Allah. The best part of the meat is the one with less fat than the back and the arm of the animals. But Bismillah. Scientifically, the body needs 2 weeks to digest the meat. So bila kita makan daging hari ni, okay, so the next time kita nak makan daging will be 2 weeks later. If not, it will take a tougher job for the body to work. Okay. Cucumber, ni cara-cara nak put on weight. Sayyidina Aisha's mother gives Sayyidina Aisha cucumber with dates. So siapa yang kurus nak rasa gemuk, makanlah cucumber and dates. Okay. Melon is good for, if you have fever, you drink melon. All type of melon, inshallah, honeydew, rock melon, watermelon, okay? The heat, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says that the heat of the one is broken by the coolness of the other and vice versa. And the coolness of the one is broken by the heat of the other. So when we talk about supplement, olive oil is a very, very good daily supplement. Baik budak kecil atau budak besar. Okay, you can even, Rasulullah SAW said, eat olive and massage yourself with it because it comes from a blessed tree. So that's why kalau siapa are into essential oil, they always have olive oil as a carrier oil. Okay, it has so much barakah when you add it. Okay, scientifically, other than olive oil, and as a non-sunnah will be magnesium oil. It will magnify the essential oil. So you can use olive oil or magnesium oil to add it with the essential oil. Okay. Or you can even makan the olive oil. So what I do on a daily consumption, I will have an extra virgin coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil. And then inside botol tu kan, you put 3 to 5 crushed of garlic. So nanti lepas lunch saya akan makan, itu kira macam supplement. 1 sudu cukup. Okay. Next one will be Habbatus Sauda. So Habbatus Sauda, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says that it cures all sickness except death. So we can regard this Habbatus Sauda, dia macam Panadol. You don't eat it on a daily basis unless you have diseases. Macam if you have diabetes, you have high blood pressure, you can consume it on a daily basis. Okay? But if you are healthy, right, or children are healthy, right, you only eat it when you need it. Consume it when you need it. So you add black seed oil ni dia macam Panadol gitu. Okay. Okay, this is something that was shared by our teacher. She is a teacher and at the same time prophetic practitioner. She and her husband has a clinic dekat Sembawang Mat. You can just type Sade trading. Okay, I'm not going to go through in detail. So when we were learning prophetic medicine, it is very important for us to know the blood type, whether you are A+, AB or O, right? Because on every blood type needs the focus on different type of food you can eat. Okay, so we need to know, that prophetically, how many times should we eat is only 2 times. So when is the 2 times? It is before Dhuhr and before Maghrib. Prophetically. Because the body, the cells, it takes time to digest. So sometimes kita fikir macam gitu because of the system that brought us, we need to have breakfast, lunch, apa lagi? High tea, dinner, supper. 5 kali sehari makan, Masya Allah. But by right, we just need like 2 meals every day. In between, if you are hungry, you can eat snacks. And what is next? It is vegetables, nuts, or uncooked food. Uncooked food. Okay, now. So, this is what I said. So, in between, if you are hungry, you will eat uncooked food. Uncooked food is fruits, juices, nuts, dried fruits, or yogurt. You will feel that it's enough. Or you cook the vegetable. Okay, so what is the best meal before Dhuhr? Macam sekarang ni. Okay, lepas you dah minum honey, you dah minum kopi sikit, you dah minum air teh kan. Kadang air teh dah cukup tau. Cuma kita sebab nak makan kan. Okay, so lunch you will need carb or starch. Do not mix your carbo and starch. Okay, you need one type of dairy product. That means your protein and salad or cooked vegetable. When we talk about water, you need to drink 1.5 liter of water before after meal. You do not need to eat on the spot. Not drink on the spot. That means pagi, tengah hari tu makan nasi lah. Macam kita nasi dengan ayam dengan sayur macam itu. Nasi dengan daging dengan sayur normal. Okay. And then you tak akan rasa lapar tau until dah malam sikit. So bila malam, you need to cut your carbo. You don't makan nasi at malam because it takes longer time to process carbo. Okay, so protein can have, do not mix 2 or more protein in a meal. Okay, just 1 protein is enough. Ayam, tapi besar lah ayam tu. Daging, banyaklah daging. Macam malam tu makan mutton chop macam gitu. Something like that. Okay, salad or cooked food and drink water. Okay, I'm not going to go through this in detail. Okay, when I talk about food and blood types. If you want to know more, you can go to the website or even have a consultation with the doctor. I tak dibayar. I just want to share because the information that they got is so much Allah. Okay. So these are all the harmful. So if you are in blood A, what are the best food to consume? Okay. If you are blood B, if you are blood AB and blood O. Okay. You read it up, okay? I'll share. All this is from Dr. Ihsan and Dr. Zahra, husband and wife from Sadi Trading. Okay? Now, here comes the important part. Sometimes after you learn all this susah maksudnya. Sometimes kita can do it, sometimes you cannot do it, especially during weekend when we don't cook at home. You know, we eat outside. Or kita the gatherings with family, right? So if you can't follow all, you don't leave all. Okay, so for example, what are the intentions of eating? These are some of the intention of eating. I eat to better ibadah. I eat to balance my physical and spiritual being. I eat to be the servant who always syukur. I eat to share the food with the people around me. I eat to serve and khidmah to the people. You know, sometimes 5 ni banyak tau sebab kita tak boleh ingat 5 bila kita nak makan tu. Kita bismillah terus makan kan. At least 1 je you intend. Ya Allah, as I eat, I want to become more syukur person. Amin. Ya Allah, as I eat, I want to share my food with people. Amin. Ya Allah, I eat this for ibadah. Amin. Okay. If you can't remember all, just remember 1 right now. Okay, next. So when you are cooking, tak kisahlah husband ke wife ke mother or father, you want to cook. So these are the intention of cooking, to increase the ibadah. You know, meaning right, cooking is also part of ibadah. So macam Monday to Friday you have been cooking. So if Saturday you are not cooking, that means you lost some ibadah, macam gitulah. Okay, so while cooking, these are the things that you can do. Zikir, salawat, and even seek knowledge while cooking. I think everybody, mummies do that dengan syarahan, dengan radio, dengan YouTube kan. And the intention while you are cook, you want to put barakah in the cooking. InsyaAllah. So what is the adab of eating then? Lepas cook kan budak-budak nak makan, kita nak makan. Now the adab of eating, to wash hands before and after. Now especially now during this pandemic, washing before and after food, eating is sunnah. Even if you are eating with fork and spoon. Because we don't know, sometimes kita makan fork and spoon tapi we need to use the hand to kopi ayam ke, right? It's adab. Eat with Allah's name. Okay, it's not Allahumma barik lana first now. The first is Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Then baru Allahumma barik lana. Okay. Eat with your right hand. Eat what is near you. Eat and sit. Eat together. This is an amal we can do together. Macam nanti balik rumah, belilah satu tray. I think IKEA has a very nice tray for the family. So every time you makan dengan anak-anak, suap kan, you eat together. The more the hands are in a tray, the more barakah it will be. Rasulullah says that. Okay. And the last one adab that I think all of us need to remember. Eat when hungry and stop feeling full. Okay. Okay, next. So what is the adab of cooking? When we're learning with our teacher Hubaba, adab of cooking is this. Okay. Be in a state of wudu. Begin with Surah Al-Fatiha. Keep your head and hair covered. Recite a lot of dhikr, Asma'ul Husna, cook for the sake of Allah, salawat, and make intention. Okay. It's a lot, but if you can't remember all, like I said, choose one and amalkan. Okay. I would like to share this before. When we talk about the du'as, when we were learning about adab and intention of cooking dan eating kan, our teachers shared with us the dua in the kitchen, which I think it's like a forgotten sunnah. Macam when I was learning this sebelum kahwin kan, I thought it's not important lah. But lepas kahwin, lepas become a mother, hey, Masya Allah, you see a different. You know, sometimes bila kita tengah masak kelang kabut, dengan masak with so much adab and doa, the food will be more barakah. The kids will finish the food. Yeah. So what are the doa? Before entering the kitchen, you recite Surah Al-Kahfi verse 10. You are asking Allah to grant us from yourself mercy, min ladunka rahman, and prepare for us from our affair right guidance, rashada. You know, sometimes kita tak tahu nak masak apa kan, kita buka Xbox and then kita apa-apalah yang ada, you know. So we want that decision to what to cook tu, it's out within Allah's guidance. Masya-Allah. Number 2, when scooping the rice. So what I do kan, all these small this thing you tampal dekat sebelah nasi tu lah. Kadang lupa, kau tak boleh hafal kan. Then you tampal. So when scooping the rice, this was shared by our teacher. So An-Nahl verse 96, whatever you have will end, but what Allah has is lasting. Masya Allah. You akan rasa benda ni betul bila nasi tu dah habis. You know, it's experience Ini dah nasi dah habis ni. Tapi bila kita baca kan, whatever you have will end. And what Allah has is lasting. So Masya Allah. And we will surely give those who were patient their reward according to the best of what they used to do. Subhanallah. So copy this, paste this beside your nasi, and then you akan rasa this thing bila nasi you dah habis. Okay, Masya Allah. Bila nasi ada banyak, you syukur. Alhamdulillah and did this. Okay. And then when washing the rice, is Alhamdulillah, Ya Allah, thank you for giving us food that is better. Syukur. Okay. And when putting water in the rice, you say Surah Al-Imran 200. Sebab kadang-kadang our teacher was sharing, bila nak masak nasi tu, you akan feel the doa when you tengah lapar sangat. Yang tengah masak nasi kan, nanti masak kelang kabut kan. But then Allah says, oh, you have believed. Isbiru wa sabiru wa rabitu. Believe in Allah. Persevere and endure. And remain stationed in fear Allah. You may be successful. Just by putting nasi tu tengah lapar sangat ni, recite this. Subhanallah. You feel the difference in your soul. Putting the rice, lepas tu nak masak kan, masuk kat rice cooker. Alhamdulillah, ya Allah, thank you for giving us food after hunger. Padahal nasi tu belum masak tau. Alhamdulillah, we managed to put it in a rice cooker. Number 7, whenever you want to wash vegetable, fruits, daging, ayam, semua kan. Laisalaha min dunillahi kashifa. You know, none beside Allah can provide relief. In chopping it, verse Surah Baqarah verse 71. Now you have come with the truth, so they slaughtered it, so though they almost did not. Macam kita sembelih kambing gitulah. So as you potong tu, tak kisah, it's not only chopping vegetable tau, fruits, you know, you say this doa. Okay. Got 2 more doa. So bila kita tengah blend kan, blend bawang semua, laisalaha min dunillahi kashifa. And the last one, kita tengah nak masak tu kan, it is sunnah to masak, to stir to your right, you stir to anti-clockwise like tawaf the Kaabah, and recite Surah Al-Kawthar. Now, there are many things to amal, but if you really forget all, you can remember Surah Al-Fatiha. Begin your day in the kitchen with Surah Al-Fatiha and end it with Surah Al-Kawthar. Dah. In between, you can selawat and zikir. In case you belum lagi nak hafal everything. Okay, these are some healing herbs that I would like to share. When we talk about healing herbs kan, dia macam replacement of our sugar drink. Macam gitu. Okay, I'm not going to go through in detail. So instead of kasih green tea lah, chrysanthemum tea lah, Ribena lah, apa lagi, Pepsi lah, Coca-Cola lah kan, we do it tea that has healing herbs. So some of it are ginger. This is just sharing, oregano, turmeric, rosemary, fenugreek, cardamom and cumin. So you can beli all this. Selain daripada selalu these spices kita masak as grind into powder and then make it into cook into curry gitu kan, into beef stick ke curry ke awak lauk kan. But you buy the dried one and then boil it, put honey a bit and then drink it as water. So kalau Ribena, apa yang kali merah tu? Saya lupa. Kan ada daun yang kali yang ada that.
Rosella dah. Rosella.
Yes, Masya Allah, betul. So instead of buy the Ribena sugar tu kan, Ribena syrup tu, kita ambil tu, letak sugar letak madu sikit, and then you can make a popsicle, ice cream popsicle. You know, just to introduce the child with that taste. Okay, Masya Allah. Last, I think this is the last one. Now, when we talk about the zikr, okay, when we talk about the zikr of the cell, can I annotate? Can I draw something? Okay, this I don't ask. When we talk about the zikr of the, when we talk about the zikr, I share some whiteboard kat sini. When we talk about the zikr of the cell, let's have a very quick revision. What is zikr? Zikr is to remember Allah, betul tak? Okay, but Allah, zikr is remember Allah. Remember Allah, everybody knows this, Masya Allah. Okay, bila kita nak remember Allah, kan, there are 2 types of remembrance of Allah. I'm not going to go through the spiritual part, but the technical part. When you talk about remembrance of Allah, dia ada 2 kat sini. Okay, so the first one, when you remember Allah intentionally, that means you plan your zikir lah, betul tak? Intentionally. The other one, non-intentionally. Volunteer, you do it involuntarily. Voluntarily. Okay. Intentionally means you plan your zikir. Betul tak? Yes. Salat is a part of zikir. Reciting Quran is part of zikir. If I may share some of the things that our teacher was sharing with us. What are the things that we can intend? Zikir, subuh. After subuh, kita baca surah Yasin. Okay. The Quran, and then after Asar, kita baca surah Waqi'ah. Okay. Like these are some part of the zikir. And then after Isha, we baca surah Al-Mulk, which is something that everybody knows. Okay. So these are zikir that we do it intentionally. Okay. But involuntarily, that the self, like Allah has written down different type of cell will have different type of zikir which we do not know. Okay, so when we talk about cell, the zikir of the cell is under involuntarily. Why we need to know this? Because this zikir of the cell, okay, will be affected by outer environment. That means the environment will affect the type of zikir of the cell. So this environment include many things. It include your food, it include your lifestyle, it include your emotions. So all that's why sometimes kita rasa hari ni malas lah, hari ni nak tidur je. Okay, it is because of this emotional anxiety and depression semua. Okay, boleh lah. Okay, so that's the reason why when we talk about our body is an amanah and that Allah will ask of what we do kan. Because we don't want the zikir of the cells to be affected. So whatever you put inside your mouth, inside your body, be it food or the way you read, the way you think, your emotion, the zikir will be lessened or decreased like that. Okay, so that's how important. That's why we need to have zikir intentionally to top up in case our zikir of the cell dah lemah dah weak. Kira by right, involuntarily, the body will have its own zikir. Memang Allah created that way. Just like the stones. Yeah, the stones kan Rasulullah kan ada satu hari tu Rasulullah pegang kat tangan kan, ada banyak stone kan. So that stone tu do zikir. Rasul dengar the stone do zikir. So this zikir from the stone are all some that yang Allah dah written it down. Okay, so if we as a human has a choice kan, never take care of our food, our environment, our emotion, what we read, what we see, what we watch, what we hear, it will somehow affect this zikir of the cell. So if this zikir is weak, that means we need to do more zikir intentionally to balance our spiritual and physical being. Okay. Allah Ta'ala alam bisawab. Lastly is actually the dua if we are sick. The dua that if we think that we can't, insyaAllah, if we think that doa, okay, sekejap, so there are doa when visiting someone who is sick, when in severe physical pain, and yeah. Can I share? Okay. I just share the last slide. It's actually a doa. But sometimes at the end of the day, we try our very best to do all this. But sakit juga. Kan like currently we try our very best to jaga semua benda ni. Tapi sakit juga. So, it's takdir, right? We are hamba Allah dan kita kena belajar redha dengan ketentuan Allah. So here are some of doa when treating wound that do not heal. Macam for example, somebody dah ada eczema. 10 years, 20 years eczema tak baik-baik juga, then you can read this dua. If I may share a story, there's a woman, dia ada fits tau, macam sawan gitu kan. Dia dah besar tau. So dia cakap dengan Rasulullah, Rasulullah, can you please make doa for me that my fits akan heal. And then Rasulullah give her two choices. I have two choices for you. The first one, I make dua for you and you are cured. Or the second one, I don't make dua for you, but you are guaranteed Jannah. Meaning that I don't make dua for you, so you sabar with your sickness, and I guarantee you Jannah. Of course, the women chose the second one. I want to be guaranteed Jannah. But then can you just make a tiny dua so that whenever my fits come, I'll take care of my aura. Because she's a woman kan. Kalau sawan datang kan kadang-kadang aurat tak terjaga. So Rasulullah make that for her. Subhanallah. So yes. And then this is in physical pain. This is also dua when you are in labor, when you are mentally anxiety, depression. Okay, can read this dua. And the last one is when we are visiting someone who is sick. So, you know, when we it is part of the adab when we are visiting someone who is sick, kita tak cakap sabar. You know, we don't say sabar, but Islam teach us to give them hope for shifa, for cure. InsyaAllah, you akan baik. You akan baik, nanti lepas baik, nanti kita akan pergi mall, kita akan makan sedap-sedap, you know, that kind. Giving that hope to shifa, to cure. Okay, I think, yeah, that's about it. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam bishawab. Thank you.
Syukran, Ustazah, for the sharing. I think we will, if there's no other question or any other sharing from Ustazah, okay, I'd like to get parents to scan the QR code and then give us your feedback. I hope all parents would have benefited from the talk today. I'll share the link in the chat also for everyone to fill in the form. Okay.
Ustazah,
Yeah,
can I just answer some of the online questions? As
yes,
in the one that you
okay.
all shared. So I think some of it,
Boleh, Ustazah, boleh, silakan.
I think some of the answers are already in the sharing, but perhaps I'll answer the one that I didn't answer during the sharing, okay? Like the first question, how were Rasulullah's daily diet? What were Rasulullah's vitamin that he consumed? Rasulullah punya cara makan lagi Masya Allah. Rasul only eat like one day a meal. Like for example, if Rasulullah eat today is lunchtime kan? So tomorrow lunchtime. So in between Rasulullah will not eat. You know, and you know Rasul always in a state of hunger. Subhanallah. And then when Rasulullah eat, Rasulullah makan barley bread. Barley bread ni kan, dia bukan macam, dia bread paling kering. Akan dicicah dengan olive oil. So kalau kita kira kalau bread yang kering is chapati lah. Chapati kan kering kan? Macam it's not as nice as roti naan or prata. So that's how is Rasulullah punya cara makan. You know? But there's one time Rasul was very, very hungry. So he go out to the home, and then he saw Sayyidina Abu Bakar also keluar, Sayyidina Umar also keluar, and then they want to search for food because they say that all the three of them didn't eat for 7 days, for a week. So they go to rumah Sayyidina Ayub Al-Ansari. Sebab Sayyidina Ayub says, you know, whenever you want to have something, food at your home tak ada, you come to my house. So sampai rumah Sayyidina Abu Ayyub Al-Ansari, Masya Allah lah, he sembelih kambing dan makan sedap-sedap. You know, Masya Allah, while having that, you know, rezeki kan, kita kalau dah lapar orang kasih makan sedap kan, ayat surah At-Takatsur, the last one turun. What's the ayat? Alhaakumut takatsur hatta zurtumul maqabir kalla sawfa ta'lamun summa kalla sawfa ta'lamun kalla law ta'lamun ilm. La tarawna lagi, thumma la tarawna haja'an. Thumma la tus'alunna yawma idzin 'anil na'im. Tengah makan ni, terus Rasulullah cakap dengan sahabat, thumma la tus'alunna yawma idzin 'anil na'im. Any blessings that Allah gave you will be asked. Latus alunna. So terus Sayyidina Abu Bakar dan Sayyidina Umar macam stop makan sekejap. Ni blessings kan, nikmat yang Allah kasih. Tapi Allah akan tanya. So, since that day, they don't really like one big makanan because Allah akan tanya kan blessings. Masya Allah. So that's the first question. How to balance the child nutrition needs among different dietary needs of each members is like I said, macam sometimes lesser is more. Sometimes we just susah. What I did is do not introduce any processed food when they are young, or even snacks. But snacks macam difficult because people give snacks to kids, but processed food do not introduce them when they are young. That means hot dog, nugget ni semua when they are young, don't introduce, because when they grow older, they will rely on this ayam, this nugget and hot dog as a meal. Okay, ketam kan, tu semua kan proses kan. Then we will start to eat anything that is real food real ayam. Okay, but I know sometimes because of our lifestyle, kita nak kena juga kasih nugget Masya Allah, may Allah protect us. Is it too late to introduce prophetic nutrition on my upper primary kids? Tak. It is not too late. You can still do it. You can start with the olive oil. Makan olive oil. And then the dried figs, dried dates, dried pumpkin. Kan sekarang ada fruit tapi dia dried. Dia lagi sedap. Macam makan gula-gula gitu, but it's fruit based. Okay. My son is a picky eater. How to encourage him to eat? I think involving, we need to know, because of the blood type, right? They will want to focus on different type of food. Like for example, if this person is blood A, dia akan suka makan ayam. If this person is blood O, dia akan suka makan daging. So then from there you know. But I know as a mother, kita nak kena masak semua makan. Betul tak? Okay, so while you are doing that, perhaps you can share with them the knowledge of the prophetic medicine, prophetic nutrition. Rasulullah don't eat daging or ayam or nugget every day. Rasulullah just eat roti and olive like that. Okay. Prophetic nutrition for the brain, milk, like I said, dates, because dates have oil. Okay, dengan olive oil. Okay, but other than that, I know some essential oil that is very good for the brain, which is peppermint. Okay, and peppermint is okay, but peppermint is too strong. But this peppermint is good for the brain. Okay. Okay, macam tadi saya cakap kan, put on weight punya Quran Sunnah food is dates and cucumber. Ustazah, can you share simple recipe on prophetic nutrition? Okay, I saw this. Awak tahu Bali tak? Bali is Quran Sunnah food tau. Bali, like kan Rasulullah buat bread, Bali bread. So if you have like Bali, bila you masak chicken soup, you boleh letak Bali tu. Selalu kita masak sup ayam, nasi ayam kan, kita letak kentang, carrot kan, celery ke apa kan. But then put a bit of Bali with an intention of sunnah food. You will taste different. InsyaAllah. And how I cope with carrying them out at home while juggling family and work. MashaAllah, I always have lots of question about juggling, but I think I cannot juggle, I actually not good at juggling, but I learned to prioritize. So, so when we talk about priority, you are a Khalifah, you are a leader. That means going out is a leader. I have to work, like going out. Teaching is a leader. Okay. I cannot become a good leader until I'm a good mother. So I don't go out until I settle things at home with the kids. I cannot become a good mother until I'm a good wife. So we need to have time with our spouse. Alone time with the spouse without the children. So it's a hard work to have like weekly dating with the spouse. You cannot become a good wife until you are a good daughter. So once in a while, you need to visit our parents, and we cannot become a good daughter or daughter-in-law until we are good servants of Allah. So when you talk about in life, so I need to prioritize all these. I'm learning and I'm still learning. Yeah, so sometimes in life, something happens in life yang tak betul tu kan. Maybe dah lama tak kasih mak duit, for example. So that's why I need to back up on that part. Allah Ta'ala alam bisawab. All the good things comes from Allah and all the bad things comes from for myself. Exclusive tasbih kafarah and surah al-as. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. Barakallahu fikum. Thank you.